Western Kentucky University Hilltopper basketball on the Hilltopper Sports Satellite Network with ESPN3, as well as radio eyes across the Commonwealth on the Hilltopper IMG Sports Network. ULM coached by Keith Richard, who played at ULM, and he's done a nice job here over the last year or two, battling through some very difficult situations he didn't inherit, or he wasn't responsible for that he inherited, and he's got the ship pointed in the right direction at ULM. And the Hilltoppers coach is always by Ray Harper. We're set to go. Hilltoppers are in gray jerseys, maroon for ULM. The Warhawks have it first, and we're underway here. And here comes Nick Capola coming off a career-high 16-point game at Georgia State on Thursday. James dumps it down on the baseline to Ongwai. Back on the right wing to Amajay. Down low they come to Marvin Williams, backing in on Samaro. The shot is no good, and Trenchy Jackson has the rebound. Jackson flying front court, left wing, deep down to Chris Harrison Ducks. Hal, your thought on the new starting lineup?
Well, it's interesting. It is very drastic. It is interesting. As you mentioned, Samaro has played 12 minutes total this year, and he's getting his first start. That's the least amount of minutes that anybody on the roster's played.
Here's Samaro over the left side to Jackson. They roll it down, a load of Fant goes up hard inside, missed an easy shot. Samaro with a rebound, put back shot, no good with a foul. So Samaro, who's been bothered by a knee injury that he suffered when he was playing junior college in Iowa, he still is wearing that left knee brace, but it isn't so large and cumbersome here tonight. It's a much smaller brace.
Samaro, with good size, has hit all 8 of his free throws that he's attempted this season.
He's out of Molly, and he's perfect in the free throw. I asked Ray how many minutes he anticipated Samaro playing tonight. He said if he could give us 15 good minutes, I would consider that being a successful move on our part. Samaro is shooting again. Swish, and it's a 2-0 Hilltopper lead. First half is being brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero, Real Coke Taste, and 0 calories. Here comes Capola across the timeline against Dox. Over in front of the Hilltopper bench at half court. Bounce and loaded. James is a great passer. He backs his way on Fat for following jump shot off the back of the iron. No good. Hey, there's Samaro with a rebound.
A little mistiming, but still, he was the only gray jersey around able to gather that one up for the Toppers.
Samaro, top of the key, deep to the right to Jackson. Bouncing the baseline right to Fant. They're not doubling right now. Out top the trench. He likes that shot. Three-pointer in the air. No good. It's long. And it's brought down by James. Here comes Jayon James, 6'16" from New Jersey. Comes to the free throw line. Deep now on the left side to Capola. Back to James, head of the key against Fant. Round to the right side to Amajay. Throws it inside. Slipping and falling down was the Warhawk. Front court to Jackson. Up on Capola. Capola knocked it away. But Dox hustles down and picks up the errant ball and lays it in.
And you said it, Randy. Hustle identified that score for the Hilltoppers. Chris Harrison Dox quick down there to pick up the loose ball and put it in.
4-0 Hilltopper start. We played almost 2 minutes. Capola in the paint missing an 8-footer. Samaro rips it down, and Capola reached in and tied him up. And the rotating arrow, possession arrow, will go to WKU. Pretty good strike for Samaro, Hal.
Well, it is. I like his activity on the glass. He's really going after those balls. Needs to pull that one in a little tighter. Capola able to pull that one away from him, or at least tie him up. But he is active, going for the loose ones.
Here's Dox working his way front court. Deep on the right wing to Dickerson. Down in the corner to Jackson. Posting up his Fant. They lob it to Fant on the block. Up in double team, and he's fouled. He went up strong, twisting in midair as he put up the shot, and he's fouled by the junior out of Memphis. 6'8", 245-pounder Marvin Williams. And that time, Fant had him posted up just outside the lane on the right side.
ULM looking to double team when Fant puts the ball on the floor. They're cheating and really crowding him, and they will attack once he puts the ball on the floor. We can see it on that possession.
Fant misses the free throw. In his last 6 games, under 50% from the free throw line. 20 makes, 23 misses for Fant, who's averaging 13 a game. Second attempt, airborne, and in. 5-0 Hilltopper start. And in recent games, even in wins, Hal, WKU has not started very well. Not the case so far tonight. Capola coming across the timeline to the left wing, to the left baseline. That Fant in the air, didn't shoot it. Top of the key to Williams. Looking baseline to James. Trying to get someone to help him out. Goes in behind him to Ongwise. Really good off the dribble. Creates his own shot. Dickerson on him. He dribbles it to the right. Goes in the corner. Here's a baseline jump shot. No good by Amajay. Pulled down by Samaro. Front court to Dox. Racing front court left wing for Jackson. 3. Passed it up. Goes to the top of the key. On the wing to Dickerson on the right side, to his right with a dribble. Deep to Trincy. Trincy back to Dickerson in the corner. Fake the jumper coming into the lane. Goes up in traffic, and a charge foul on Dickerson. So Dickerson with a charge foul. 5-0 score. Almost 3 minutes gone by first half. And that was a good call. James is there forever and waiting on Dickerson. Here comes Capola, and Keith Richard, the head coach for ULM, says of Capola, my first true point guard here at ULM. He goes in low to Williams. Jump hooker over Samaro. Missed it. Pulled down by Dox. Dox flying front court, left side. Jackson dribble drive to the baseline. Put it up and scored with the right hand. Holy moly. Jackson exploding off the dribble. And it's a 7-0 start with 16:40 to go first half.
Well, that's what you need to see out of these 2 point guards with Chris Harrison, Dox, and Tracy Jackson. Jackson very quick down the floor. That time Dox gave him a nice pass, and Jackson finished it up.
There's a hand check on Fant. This is a tough matchup for Fant guarding James, who is almost like a point guard with his ability to pass and dribble. In fact, James at 6'6" has 5 or more assists in 12 different games this year. First foul on Fant. Amajay will check in. Fant leaves. And coming in for him will be Carl Kamene. Amajay looking to throw it in. Deep. Dox tipped it. Picked up there by Capola. Comes out deep to James on the red towel. Now back to Capola. He's out of Richmond, Virginia. James hardened to the hole. Samaro blocked his shot. And a foul down low on Dickerson trying to draw a charge.
Ray not happy about that call at all. He is saying that it was the same thing at the other end, in which Caden Dickerson was whistled for the offensive foul, but Hilltoppers did not get the benefit of the call that time.
Dickerson, who almost never gets into foul problems, has 2 early fouls. And that'll bring in TJ Price, who didn't get the start this evening. As the Hilltoppers with a new look in the starting lineup. James should get 2 shots, and he missed the first one. James doesn't shoot free throws well at all, 58%.
Don't miss the fact that Samaro had that shot blocked as well, too. So he's very active, got long arms and pretty good jumping ability.
James a second try. He fires it and makes it. And ULM is on the board with 16-17 to go first half. It's 7-1 WKU. So Price is in backcourt. TJ has been bothered a little bit by a sore right shoulder, so I'm getting some extra treatment on that earlier in the week. Here's Jackson, deep on the right side, to drive to the top of the key, down to the left wing. Bouncing it low to McCominay, posting up on Williams. Lobs it in the right corner to Price. Price back out top to Trincy. Jackson crossing over into the paint, hard to the hole with the right hand. Hey, put it in again! Wow. Trincy with 4 points. Trincy likes starting, evidently.
I tell you, a couple of crossover moves there. Really threw his defender off stride and was able to get to the glass and spin it in.
9-1. Hilltoppers up by 8. Ongwai, left wing 3. Missed everything to the board. TJ Price rebounding. Price running front court with a chin-high dribble. Price right at a key. He has tremendous stats against ULM in his career, averaging 19 a game against the Warhawks. Low to Carl, put up the shot and in! And it was a tremendous post-up from Carl Kamene, and it's an 11-1 WKU start.
Well, Kamene was a little far into the basket, and what made that play successful was he didn't show the ball till late. He jumped back into the defender, kept the ball in front of his body, and was able to keep it from getting blocked.
Kamene knocks away a pass. Jackson front court, left corner for Dox 3. In and out, rebound to Kamene, back up, gone! What a great start for WKU. And Keith Richard gambling how the ULM head coach is waiting for the media timeout.
Yep, he is. And that's definitely a roll of the dice. His team here at 14:48 to go in the first half, yet to score a field goal. Toppers off to a great start.
13-1 lead. Capolo in the red towel, dribbles it from left to right to the right wing, out top to James. It's not a three-point shooter, crossing over to paint. Fingertip roll off the iron, no good, and Kamene bats it to himself on the rebound. Here's Doc, the way front court right side. Top of the key to Kamene, deep on the left to TJ Price. Price works it to the top of the key, whips it down and low to Kamene on the baseline up on Williams, and a foul on Williams. Right now, WKU's ball movement is absolutely sensational.
It is good. There's definitely a pep in the step that has been missing of late.
Media timeout, 14:21 to play opening half. Hilltoppers 13, ULM 1. And your first 5.5 minutes in his first ever start, and he's healthier, not 100%, but healthier. You can see he can give this team a lift, Hal.
Absolutely. He's active on the glass, shoots his free throws well. He had a blocked shot in there during that stretch. So, man, he's a body the Hilltoppers could use right now.
McCominay misfiring on the free throw with a 13-1 lead. WKONA, Western Kentucky Orthopedic Neurosurgical Associate Group. If you have an unfortunate injury, nowhere to go. Go to WKONA. Coming airballed that one. Fant, must have hit the rim. Fant was able to tap it when it hit the ground, but it was out of bounds.
I see the problem. Kamene just now reached into his sock and pulled out his mouthpiece, so he was shooting free throws with his mouthpiece
He's
out.
Not used to that.
Of course not.
Here's Capola, left to the key to Onghwai. Now to James out front. Capola on the left wing. Onghwai going low, not open. The left corner to Amajay, to the baseline. Throw it away. Picked off by a Kamene on the wing. Here's Doc's front court, right side. Herky jerker dribble, nice pass down and low to Fanta, double team it up inside and in, and there's a lot of contact, and he put it up, muscled up and in over DeMondre Harvey.
Yeah, he took it right into the jaws of the defender, which is exactly what you've got to do. George got the angle that time. He missed an easier one earlier, but that one got the angle.
Amajay over to right side to Capola. Cross court, Amajay wide open in the left corner, three over Trency. No good. ULM ice cold. Fant rebounding. Now to Price. ULM is 0 for 9. Here's Jackson deep in the right corner. Right side Price. Top of the key. Fant back to TJ. 4-3 in the air. Swish. Timeout ULM. WKU 18. ULM 1 with 13-15 remaining opening half against ULM in 5.
Up change. Tell you what, you got to tip your hat to Coach Harper over there. He has really shown a propensity to make the right moves at the right times, and he's gotten this team fired up here today.
Onghwai on the left wing to the top of the key. Cross court to Williams, faking left, coming right, stumbling as he falls down, and he called a foul on George Fant for a push. Now Fant has 2 fouls. So George has 2 fouls, and checking in is Diuda Samaro, and Fant is out.
Well, honestly, didn't see a lot of contact there. It looked like the ball handler just, his feet slipped out from under him.
They
but
showed the replay there. George did put his, I think, elbow on him, but he did not cause Williams to fall over. Here's Onghwai on the left wing, out to the top of the key, splitting a double team, hard to the hole, no good but a foul on Akaro Akamene. So Akamene with a foul, and here is Tyler Onghwai, very, very talented player out of Kenya, the only Kenyan in Division I basketball right now. He'll shoot 2 off to our left. It's good. Onghwai's averaging 19 a game in league, 17 a game for the year.
He only had 11 in that earlier matchup. Tough night on 4-12 shooting, but he showed some very acrobatic, athletic moves on his slashing and driving ability.
Onghwai hits a pair. ULM, without the services of Amos Aleato, who had averaged 13 a game, he injured his knee in the WKU game, and he's out for the year. Here's Docs against the zone. They're out of the man. Brandon Harris deep in the left corner. He's in off the bench for the first time. The Docs from the left wing to Harris. Pick the jump shot. Coming backwards now. Ray expected ULM to play a lot of zone since South Alabama had great success against the Hilltoppers in a zone on Saturday. Harris missing everything but the side of the board of the 3, but it's pulled down by Samaro on an offensive rebound. Goes it out deep now to Docs. Cross court to the Price open. Left wing 3. Short on line, but short. And it's pulled down by the point guard, Capola. Here's Capola front court to Williams, top of the key. Onghwai on the left wing against Akaro. Sends it to Capola behind the back, dribble to the free throw line, now retreating. Onghwai makes a catch on the left side to the top of the key. Stops. Fires a high and hard pass low to Harvey. Back out now to McCray, right side to Capola with a baseline drive to the right. Shot clock at 13, and he traveled. Pretty good half-court defense from Western Kentucky University. We have a media timeout. Tremendous start for the Tops here tonight at Diddle. 11:51 to go in our first half. WKU 18, and ULM proof of the game is starting Diuda Samaro. Only played in 12 minutes all year long. He has had an outstanding start here in the game tonight. For more information, visit SouthernIndianaElectricalContractors.com. Union electricians receive ongoing training, which eliminates mistakes and saves you time and money. Jackson has the ball front court for the Hilltoppers in the left wing, now to the top of the key. Over to right wing to Harris in the right corner for a Doc's jumper. Line drive it, no good. And it's brought down to the right wing before it goes out of bounds by R.J. McCray of ULM. And McCray used to be a starter at point guard. But Capola's taken the job and run with it. Down low to Williams on Samaro. Faking left, coming right, fall away hook shot. No good. Pulled down by Harris. Also there is Harvey. They're on the floor. Samaro's on the floor. And it is a jump ball, and ULM will have possession.
I tell you, Samaro can stay in my book. He's on the floor quickly.
Price walking away from that little huddle, that little pile up on the floor, and TJ has injured his right shoulder. So Price is going to leave. He went to the bench and said, hey, I injured my shoulder. So Price is out. And here comes the inbounds pass to Capola on the right wing, who faked the three deep to McCray. McCray back on the right side to Capola. Capola to Ongwai at the foul line. Cut off nicely by Jackson out front for a three-pointer, and it's drilled by Nick Capola, and you cannot leave him open.
Nope, and that's the first field goal at the 11-minute mark for the Warhawks.
ULM missed their first 9.
Yep, Hilltoppers half-court defense has been pretty stingy.
18-6 lead. Here's Jackson at the top of the key to the foul line. Floating in a double team. Had the ball knocked away. And out of the pack with it is Ongwai, but he fell down. So he was trying to grab it and run. The Toppers will get it back with a 12-point lead. Ongwai ripped it away from Samaro, but lost his balance and fell to the ground for a traveling violation. Doc's making the inbounds pass to the baseline. Was it over his head deep to Harris. Back in the corner for a wide open Doc's look, didn't shoot it. Into the paint. Nice bounce pass low to Carl Company. Had a shot swatted. Picked up by Samaro. 8-foot jumper off the back of the iron. No good. Pulled down by Williams of ULM. Here comes Capola coming front court now against Doc's. The Toppers in a man-to-man. Capola to the top of the key. Samaro switching off. Doc's now picks him up. Right side McCray. Jumper over Harris. Short. And it's tipped and retrieved by Doc's in a free throw line. Doc's had it knocked away from behind, though, by Williams. Capola coming the other way. 30-foot pass coming front court to Ongwai on the right wing. Alley-oops it caught by Harvey on the left side. He lays it in, and Ray Harper takes a timeout. He was not happy with Doc's dribbling in traffic with players behind him. And the turnover gave ULM 2. And
careless play by Doc's.
Prairie Farms is farmer-owned and the official milk of WKU Athletics. ULM has scored 7 in a row with 10:08 to go first half. WKU up 10 at 18-8. Here's Jackson across the timeline. Bounce passing to Doc's on the right side. Now back to Jackson. Left side to Harris. Harris will go to the top of the key. Over to the right now to Jackson. Fakes a pass in the corner. Coming baseline and forced a pass inside. A bounce pass in traffic. And it was knocked away. At degree of difficulty there, Hal Smith, rather high.
Yep. From the angle I was looking at, it looked like he was playing croquet. Had to get the ball through a couple of wickets there. Several pairs of legs.
Doc's open right corner three, and he misses it. Harris up high to tip it, and a foul on Williams for ULM. And Marvin Williams now has 3 fouls.
Coach Richard gambled a little bit there, not calling a timeout to get to trying to get to the media timeout earlier in this half. He's not going to roll the dice here and gets Williams to the bench.
Doc's throwing it in from the baseline again with 9:47 to play in the first half. Has to take a timeout. Couldn't find anyone open. Ray Harper with his forehead down at his hands, frustrated that his team was not able to get the ball in bounds. And Hilltoppers take a timeout, which means they have 3 left now for the entire right shoulder. And Price played a few minutes and asked to come out on a little pile-up under the basket. He did not go to the floor in that pile-up, but he's now getting his shoulder iced down by Mike Gaddy. So the 2 top scorers for the Hilltoppers, Fan and Price, combining for 30 a game, are out right now. Here's Harris, throws it deep to Doc's. Fakes the jumper. Doc's has missed 2 wide-open jump shots tonight from behind the 3-point line. Jackson, right corner, Harris. 2-3 zone for the Warhawks. Cross court to the Doc's on the left wing. Out top to Jackson, right side, Harris. Faking right, coming left. Jump pass coming cross court to Doc's on the baseline drive. Bouncing it low is a slow pass. And creeping in front of Samaro was Ongwai to steal it. Capola coming front court. Harris picked it off, but is standing on the sideline as he jumped in front of the Warhawk, but he was out of bounds. So Price now on the bench with an ice pack on his right shoulder. Here comes Nigel Snipes in for WKU, the 6'6" sophomore from Marietta, Georgia. He has only played one time in the last 9 games. So Snipes is now in, and Snipes gets the assignment on McCray. Coppola left to the key for an Ongwai 3. Good over Trincy Jackson. Ongwai's first made bucket. And now the Warhawks have scored 10 in a row. And with 9:05 to go first half, WKU's leads at 7, 18-11.
The Tops have been stuck on 18 for quite some time.
Snipes, well, it's the zone. As soon as ULM goes to the zone, the Hilltopper offense has been shut down. Snipes, Kamene Harris, Samaro, and Jackson out there. And Peyton Holsey will check in soon. He's at the scorer's table. Harris to the right wing to Jackson for a three-pointer for Harvey. Perfect! First three from Jackson.
The last score was a three-pointer by T.J. Price at the 13-17 mark, so that's nearly 4 minutes.
Jackson averaging 10, now has 7 in the first half. Low to James, he's wide open as the company went for the steal. Couldn't get it, and James caught it and let it in. Hilltoppers 21, ULM 13. Here's Harris walking in front court against that 2-3 zone. Snipes on the left wing to Harris in between the circles. On the right wing to Jackson. Fake the shot coming baseline. Underhands to the company behind him to Harris. Harris is on the right wing in the corner to Trincy. Fake the 3. In the corner. Step back 3 in the air. He's on fire. Back-to-back threes for Trincy Jackson. And Jackson has scored 10. And it's a 24-13 Hilltopper lead. 8:05 to go first half.
Jackson, an odd three-point delivery, but he does shoot about 38% coming into this game.
Here's Coppola front court. Ongwai on the left wing against Jackson. Overhead pass coming to Pola in the left corner. Lobs it on the baseline to James against Sakaro. Company bangs into him. Nice underhand look to Harvey. Puts it up under the rim and in. So Harvey lays it in off a fabulous feed from James. Passing is the best thing he does. Hilltoppers up by 9, 24-15. They come down against a 2-3 zone. 7:35 to go in the half. Snipes on the left wing. Goes up to the top of the key. Now retreating against McCray. To the foul line. Jumper from 12. Too hard. And it is battled for. And Samaro on the left wing picks it up. Samaro to Harris out front. Right side Jackson. Bouncing it to Kamene. Top of the key Harris. Right wing Trincy. Jackson back against the defensive James to Harris. Left side Snipes. Rising and firing a 3. Good. Nigel Snipes with a 3-pointer. And it's a 27-15 Hilltopper lead. 7 minutes to go first half.
Nice jump shot by Snipes on the wing. Again, as you mentioned, he's had very little playing time in the last few games, but he's good to the call there.
Snipes 5 of 12 from downtown this year. James fall-away jumper in the paint, too long. Samaro tipped it, and Snipes picks it up. Here comes his backcourt pass to Brandon Harris. The senior from Oklahoma City comes front court to the top of the key. Left wing Snipes, same shot at the air again, low in the iron. McCombie went after the ball. Was it a foul?
Yep.
As he knocked Harvey over, and Kamene picks up his second foul. We have immediate timeout with 6:36 to go in the first half from Fiddle. Daryl Carrier had a big night for the Hilltoppers in a losing cause, and Daryl Carrier is being honored tonight. His jersey will be retired at halftime, jersey number 35. That was the last year Coach Ditto was the head coach. That was Daryl Carrier's senior season. Here's McCray to Coppola. He has it front court. Coppola stops. Tony in construction are passionate about building and passionate about the Hilltoppers. James knifed his way through the paint, put it up low in the iron. Rebound by Harvey. One dribble in the paint, twisting and turning. Ball back jumper, no good. Adeoye had the ball knocked away from him and a rebound, and it's out of bounds at WKU. Aaron Adeoye's been starting. Placed for the first time after that media timeout.
Well, again, Coach Harper, I believe, trying to make a statement to some guys, saying going to need more out of you and bringing them off the bench. But whatever works, I think starting is a little bit overhyped anyway. Guys are still getting lots of playing time whether you start or come off the bench.
Harris, right corner, Snipes in the paint to Holsey. Cross court to Trincy. A 3-pointer in the air. Short. Holsey tracking it down in the left corner. Saves it. Tries to fire it off of McCray, and he did. Terrific hustle from the Memphis freshman, Peyton Holsey.
It's good hustle and a tough play to make right in front of the bench. Very little room to come down with your momentum carrying you out of bounds.
11 of 23 shots the Hilltoppers have attempted have been 3-point shots so far. As they operate against this 2-3 ULM zone. ULM started out in man. They just couldn't guard the Hilltoppers against the man, with the man. Here's Harris, got a nice pick from Adeoye, rising up and missing it out from long distance. And it's pulled down by James. James now to Coppola. To James, top of the key. Into the paint on Adeoye. Throws it up, no good. Foul on Adeoye. Aaron Adeoye's first foul, and Jayon James, the senior from Patterson, New Jersey, will shoot 2. He scored 4. He's led the team in assists from his forward spot in 14 of their 21 games.
Coach Harper refers to him as a point forward. I like that.
His free throw is long. As they're not black socks, they're leggings, I guess.
I was just trying to figure out exactly what that is.
It's a free throw. He has socks and then sort of a stocking or legging underneath each leg.
I used to scuba dive. It looks a little bit like a wetsuit.
Here's Snipes, stops his dribble, headed key to Halsey, left side Jackson, and corner to Harris. Granted out to Jackson. Cross court to Snipes. Nice ball and head fake, rising up from 14 feet, airballed it. Shot it over the rim on the shot off the dribble, and on wide with the rebound.
Well, the Tops have been much better moving the ball side to side. Coach Harper talked about that in the pregame, and they've done a much better job moving the ball quickly side to side and get some looks.
Capola to McCray out front, bouncing on the baseline to James. Backdoor pass that threw the pass off of Trincy Jackson's head. And it's picked up by Halsey. Halsey coming front court to Jackson, knifing to the bucket, landed up and in. How about that play? He used his head on one end and his left hand on the other.
Got a defensive stop off his noggin. He kind of was shaking the cobwebs out just a little bit after getting popped in the knot like that. And, boy, he was quick out of the blocks, getting down court for the easy two.
29-16, Capola all the way to the rim. Nobody picked him up, and he lays it in uncontested with the left hand. 4:11 to go first half. Hilltoppers up 29-18 over ULM. Here's Snipes to Harris out front. Brandon works into the right wing to Jackson. Baseline pass to Adeoye. Back in the wing to Jackson. Knifing into the paint. Foul off dribble by Capola. And that is team foul 6 on ULM. It will not be a shooting foul. First foul on the ULM point guard as we reach immediate timeout. 3:59 left first half. WKU leading 29-18 over ULM. And you're watching and listening to the Hilltopper IMG in Kentucky. They work with companies all over the country. JBK Number Consulting, they are IP everything, as they bring you a little look at Trincy Jackson, who has scored 12 first-half points for WKU.
Only player on either team with in double digits scoring. Jackson has been fast, and he's been active with the basketball.
Harris will make the inbounds pass. Jackson had just 6 points against ULM a month ago. Hilltoppers won that game easily. Dominating second half. They won it 69-51. Jackson has it left wing to Harris. His three-pointer cut off by James. Top of the key to Jackson. To the paint. Stops. Whistle. Foul. Warhawks. And that is team foul 6. Capola, who has played every minute in 5 consecutive games, picks up his second foul. He's played every minute this year in 7 games. Harris open, right corner, 3. No good. Hilltoppers have been open on that particular play, time in and time out tonight. Long pass from the inbounds passer, who then goes back into the right corner for an open jump shot. And Harris has missed 1, and Docs, I think, missed 3 of them. Here's James wide open for a layup. A little give and go, and no one picked up James. 29-20. Jackson hard the other way into traffic, puts it up with the iron and off. Got his own rebound in the bucket, put it back up, no good, and a foul. Jackson will shoot 2.
Tomorrow back to the scorer's bench. Again, Jackson has been very active. If nothing else, this lineup change has brought some energy, it looks like, to this team. Of course, they have been off for a week, which helps as well. Last week, in that South Alabama loss on Saturday night, they had played 3 games that week, and I know that has an effect, but they were due a little bit of a shakeup.
Jackson missed the free throw. WKU won 6 straight and then dropped 2 out of 3. With 2 of those losses at home. Harris is out. Dickerson is in. Jackson missed his first free throw, looking for his 13th point as the Hilltoppers are leading by 9, 29-20. And Jackson has that one bounce out.
Toppers' free throw shooting woes continue. 3 of 8 from the free throw line.
Here comes Capola, heading front court, bouncing it to James. Cross court to Onwhite for 3 over Jackson. In and out, look good, didn't go. Good block out by Samaro as Harvey batted the ball out of bounds. Devondre Harvey played on a junior college national runner-up team. He's a sophomore from Minden, Louisiana, 6'7", 210-pounder. Here's that 2-3 zone by the Warhawks. They have been able to get back in the game, playing that. Doc's outside, 3, top of the key. Bam! They didn't step out and guard him. And Doc's that time scorched it from deeper than the top of the key. And Keith Richard with a timeout after that made basket. It's now 32-20. Hilltoppers, he was hoping he could give them 15. I believe he's going to give them more than that. Samaro grew up in Mali, went to high school in New York City, junior college at Iowa Western Community College. Here's Ongwai between the circles at half court to James right of the key, hands it off to Ongwai, left to right, dribble to the right baseline. Halsey cut him off nicely. A give and go to James, puts up the shot inside. It's good, he's fouled, it counts. That's now 2 times. Once James delivers the pass, he breaks to the rim. He was open again.
That was Dickerson tried to defend as the ball handler was going by. It gave him a little shove. You can see in the replay there if you're watching with us on TV. And Kate Dickerson, as you mentioned, not often in foul trouble, but he is this time. Three of them sent him to the bench.
James looking to complete a 3-point play. And it is good. Hilltoppers by 9, 32-23. Big first half from James. Jayon James has scored 9. Dickerson hasn't fouled out in a game this season. He has 3 right now. Baseline to Halsey. Deep in the bounce pass to Harris. Cross courts it to Dox. Over now on the right wing to Jackson. Jackson crossing over. Cross courts it to Harris on the left wing. Baseline to Halsey. Back to Harris on the left wing. Harris back in the corner to Halsey. Tiptoe 3 of Ongwai. Good as it rattled home. Make that a 2, not a 3 for Peyton Halsey. He does not shoot from the outside very often. 2 minutes to go first half. Hilltoppers up 11, 34-23. Here's Capola across the timeline, deep on the left side. He waves Ongwai to go the other way, crossing over on Dox, hard to the hole for a 9-footer. No good. A rebound pulled down by Halsey, and Samaro made the shot tough for Capola. Here's Harris, front court left wing to Dox out front, knifing into the paint. Jet pass left corner, Jackson. Deep left to Brandon. Brandon penetrating. He's bumped and found by McCray. As this Hilltopper team tonight, their ball movement has increased and improved remarkably from previous games.
Considerably. There's a marked difference in the sharpness and the snap that they have getting that ball from one side to the other. And they've been pretty good off the dribble, penetrating. Harris and Jackson have been good getting the ball to the middle.
First foul to McCray. Brandon Harris, they 1-1. And he misses that one.
3 of 9.
Harris missed every free throw. He took 3 of them against South Alabama and missed all 3 of them. Timeout, ULM again. So with 1:29 to go in the first half, Keith Richard takes a quick timeout. They only have 2 remaining for the entire game.
Well, lost last Saturday night, 5 turnovers in that loss against South Alabama.
Snipes, Samaro, Jackson, Dox, and Halsey against Capola, James. Daniel Greaves in the game for the first time. Has the ball up front. The left-hander shoots a long 3. Knocked down. No foul. Picked up by Halsey on the rebound. It didn't take long for Greaves to launch one. Here's Jackson. Front court to the right baseline. Behind him for a Dox 3. Bam! How about the pass from Trixie Jackson?
Very nice and a good look from Chris Harrison Dox, who flushed from the other side of the top of the key.
5 made threes for the Hilltoppers. Back-to-back threes by Dox. 14-point lead. 1 minute to go. Inside James on Samaro. Put up shot inside. Samaro fouled him. James once again getting free inside, and he'll shoot 2. And our final 55 seconds of the first half are being brought to you by Minute Mart for everyone living life in the gut. 2 for James. He has made 3 of 5 and has scored 9 points. And he misses this one. ULM now 4 of 7. Actually, they've made 5 free throws. 2, 4, 6, 8, 5 of 9. Is that right?
5 of 8 is what this shows.
Okay, 5 of 8.
Updated it.
James' second try. That's short. Oh, went in. I'm sorry. Hit the front of the rim and crawled right over and in. 37-24. Hilltoppers up by 13. 52 seconds to go first half. Here comes Dox. Right side. Jackson in the wing. Back to Dox. Deep on the right side. Cross court to Snipes on the left. One dribble. Baseline pass to Halsey. Halsey. Deep to Snipes on the red towel. He'll work it from left to right. Penetrating right in the lane. Forcing up a shot. Missed it. Tipped it. No good. Got his own rebound. Back up and in.
Well, definitely like the second effort from Nigel Snipes. Not a good first shot selection, however. but he stayed with it, chased it down, and got it back in.
5 for Snipes, 39-24. His high point game this year, 6. 19 seconds left. Capola being hounded by Docs out front, left of the key. He goes into the lane for a nice dump pass. Little Harvey missed a shot. Pulled down by Snipes. Samaro was up there trying to block the shot. Jackson left wing to Docs. 6 seconds ago in the corner to Jackson. Into the paint. His shot was blocked by Harvey. Then goes off of his teammate's head and James. And the Hilltoppers will have it out of bounds on the baseline with 1.8 seconds remaining first half. And the inbounds pass was made by Docs. Here is Docs looking. Throws it out deep to Jackson. 32-footer. No good. Air ball. First half over, but the Hilltoppers go in to the locker rooms here at Diddle Arena, leading by 15 points. It is WKU 39 and ULM upper basketball at half court. And our second half simulcast is brought to you by U.S. Bank. Proud to be the exclusive banking cornerstone partner of WKU Athletics. We're underway here from John Oldham Court.
That starts the second half in the zone.
They played about the first 9 or 10 minutes in man after that zone. Doc's right corner lets it fly off the Fant pass. No good. Fant inside position. Had his hand ball. Samaro scoops it up. Deep on the left to Dickerson. Cross court right corner. Docs did not shoot it this time. Bouncing it out to Trincy Jackson. Left side to Dickerson on the wing. Caden searching against the zone. Goes top of the key to Jackson. Spins his way into the paint. Flips it up on the run. No good. Samaro rebounds it back up in and out. Pulled down by Marvin Williams, who did not score in the first half. Marvin Williams in the first game that ULM played this year against Kansas, he had 19 points. He averaged 8 a game. James has it. Deep on the right to Longhorn. Over down the corner to Amajoy. Dribbles it out to James. Lobs it down inside. That tremendous passer. Found Williams open. Moved back toward Samaro a little bit and laid it in.
He did. He pinned Samaro outside the lane and released when the pass was thrown well ahead of him. Good play by ULM.
Docks to Jackson, the left wing. Lobs the low to Fan. Up hard on James inside. Missed a shot with James to make that Williams on him. And here comes ULM running. Capola to Ongwai on the right wing to the right baseline. And he's bumped by Jackson off the dribble. Vance missed 2 relatively easy shots inside. Vance runs over quickly to visit with Ray Harper, but they're ready to throw the ball in bounds, so he did not get a chance to visit long with Coach Harper. Ongwai to Amajoy to James at the top. Capola now on the left wing. Ongwai to the lane, put it up and in, a little runner. It rolled all over the rim and in. Ongwai with the basket. First 4 points this half scored by ULM, and now the Hilltopper lead at 11, 39-28.
Looked like Ongwai initially wanted to pass that ball, but he changed his mind in flight, it looked like, and shot it up.
He's a good player. Fan had it knocked away from behind, but a foul on Jayon James. First foul on Jayon James. With 18-19 to go in the second half.
Man has to be careful with that ball, putting the dribble down. He kind of had it outside the protection of his body. Almost got his pocket picked.
Next point that George Fan scores will move past former Hilltopper head coach and star player Darren Horn for 36th all-time in points scored in Hilltopper history. Jackson, left wing Dickerson, rising and firing. It's short. Up high for the rebound is Amajoy. Here come the Warhawks. They've scored the first 4 points of the half. We played 2 minutes of the second half here at Diddle Arena. Capola against Docs out front. Works it to the right and stops. Out top to Williams. Swing it left side to Amajoy. Ongwai cutting to the ball. They didn't deliver it to him. Goes to Capola against Docs at the top of the key. Now works it to the right wing. To James out top. Left side Ongwai against Caden Dickerson. Capola to foul line. Leans in on Docs. Cut him off. Couldn't shoot it. Deep to Ongwai on the red towel. Let's see if he goes 1-on-1 against Dickerson. 4 the shot clock. Rising up from 32 feet and made it.
My goodness. As the shot clock was running out.
ULM has scored the first 7 points of the half. Hilltoppers now up by 8, 39-31. Jackson to paint. Jump pass coming cross court to Dickerson. Dickerson foul line to Samaro. Back to Dickerson. Gives it to his right in the lane. Now top the Docs. Docs lane through a double team. Right side Dickerson. 16-footer. 2. Pretty good pass from Docs.
It was a good pass on the move. Dickerson squared up and knocked the jumper down just inside the three-point arc.
First 2 points for Dickerson, the senior from Argyle, Texas. He has 1 more home game to play. And his career will be over. Here's at Diddle at least. Here's Ongwai for a 3 over Dickerson on the right. Good. So he's hit 2 threes in a row. That time Dickerson wasn't on him like he was on that forced three. It's 41-34, 16:42 to go, second half. WKU by 7.
10-2 to start this one. ULM leading Hilltoppers out of the gate.
Samaro passed up a foul on jumper. Right corner Jackson knifing to the hole in traffic. Put it up. It's good. He's fouled. It counts. Jackson with 14 points, leading the Hilltoppers in scoring. He's led them 2 times this year in scoring for a game. And that'll be on Tyler Onwai, his second foul.
Jackson did a nice job of taking that contact to his forearms on the shot, which is difficult to do. Still get the ball to go down, gets a chance for the 3-point play.
Jackson shooting off to our left, makes it a 3-point play. I don't know that we'll see T.J. Price the rest of the game now. He's not starting the second half. He has that sore shoulder. Only played 5 first half minutes. Here's a pass in backcourt against pressure to Amajoy. Now to Capola. Here's Capola up against Dickerson in the front court. WKU going out their leading scorer, T.J. Price. Bounce pass to Williams at the top of the key. Onway on the right wing, firing a 3. Whistle. Hit him in the arm, so Quincy Jackson picks up a foul. Onway will shoot 3 with 16:16 to play. Second half. Second foul on Jackson. Onway can score points in a hurry. He scored 10 or more in 14 straight games. He's averaging nearly 20, 19.5 in league, 16.8 for the year. He's a 6'7" junior, the #1 recruit in Keith Richard's class this year, and he hits a free throw.
Yeah, his 19.5 is third best in the Sun Belt Conference in scoring.
WKU defends him extremely well at ULM. He went 4 for 12 in that game, missed every 3-pointer he took, and that's not the case here tonight as he hits the second one. And the Hilltopper lead now at 8 at 44-36. 10 second half points for Onway, and we've only played a little over 3.5 minutes. Rolling in and out, and it's a rebound for Akaro Akamene. Hilltoppers up by 8, 44-36. Here's Dox, right side Jackson to the baseline, rising from 7. Good! He shot that one over 6'8" Marvin Williams, and Williams thought he had the shot locked.
Well, I did too, and Jackson had one of his teammates open on the other side of the basket, so fortunate that he was able to get that one down, but good rebounding position should he have missed it.
10-point Hilltopper lead, 46-36. Baseline pass to James against Akamene, rising from 12. It's long, Fant rebounding. Here's his outlet pass to Dox. Looks at a scattered court. He comes left to the key. One-hand pass in the corner for Jackson Baum, and Trichy misses it. Akaro Akamene keeps it alive, and now a foul. I believe it'll be on Nick Capola, and that brings Keith Richard off the bench for ULM. He felt like Akamene was the one who fouled.
Well, that's who got the foul called on him, Akamene.
In the Iowa State Classic. One individually in the 200-meter dash. The other one, he anchored the 4x400-meter relay team. They ran the 10th fastest time in college this year. There's a turnover by ULM in backcourt. The student-athlete spotlight brought to you by Franklin Bank and Trust. With 4 locations in Bowling Green and Franklin, they are hometown banking at its best since 1958.
Toppers threw on a little full-court pressure out of that timeout and forced ULM to a turnover as Amajoy was trying to dribble up the sideline and tried to stop and drug his pivot foot.
Jackson, top of the key to Akamene, back to Jackson on the left wing. He shoots a 3. It's short. Rebounded by Akamene, up with a hook pass over to Jackson on the right side, to the right baseline. He's going to shoot it again on the run, and he's fouled. Jackson looking to score more often tonight. He's not really a high-frequency shooter, but here this evening, Jackson has now attempted 14 shots.
Well, he's intent on getting shots. He stole that pass from his teammate Chris Harrison Dox out of the top of the key. Well, whatever. That's what you say. I'm not sure. He's very offensive-minded tonight.
But he's not hitting his free throws. He misses that one. He's now 1 for 4. He's attempted 14 shots this evening, more than any other game this year. And he has 17 points. James in the lane too soon. It didn't matter as Quincy Jackson hits it. He now has 18. Here comes the press again. It's 47-36. Jackson's high point game 20, including that 3-pointer just before the buzzer to beat UALR. James coming baseline of the bounce pass to Williams. His shot was blocked by Fant, but he's fouled down low by Chris Harrison Dox. 15:04 to play second half. WKU up 11, 47-36. I just love to watch Jayon James pass.
He sees the court very well.
I don't know if there's a better passer in the Sun Belt than Jayon James. Here's Williams. He scored 2 points. He averages 8. And his foul shot bounces in. I mean, for a forward to have 96 assists in 21 games, he doesn't usually have the ball in his hands as much as a guard. And he's had 5 assists or more in 12 games this year. Williams hits a pair. WKU 47, ULM 38. We played 5 minutes of the second half, and ULM has kind of the locker room firing. They missed 2 shots. Dickerson on the right side, bouncing it low to Fant, up on Williams. They're coming. Put up a shot knocked away from him. It's on the floor. Company got it back well seated and throws it to Jackson, and WKU takes a timeout.
Well, good hustle. Lecumene got pushed, I thought, by Coppola to start with. It sent him to the floor, but nonetheless, he still gets the ball while seated.
So each team only has 2 timeouts left.
28-18 is what the most recent statistic shows. 11-2 on the offensive glass. I'm not sure if that's annihilation, but it's close.
Hilltopper lead at 9 as Dox makes a pass on the baseline with 20 on the shot clock. He looks to his right. Can't find anyone open. Goes in the baseline. Defense hands it back to Dox for a 3. And once again, that play doesn't work. It's out of bounds at WKU.
Well, it's worked in that the Hilltoppers have gotten some quality shots. They've just been unsuccessful in knocking them down. Tops are 6 of 18 from long range here this evening.
Dox bouncing it inside to Fant, but through his hands and out of bounds to WKU. Heath Richard out well on the court, yelling at his team to make an adjustment on the inbounds pass. Dox will throw it in again. Looking. Lobs it to Fant on the left baseline. Back again on Williams. Cross court to Trincy Jackson. Fake the shot. Left to Nikita Dickerson. Bounce it, little Fant. Good post-up play and a foul. He posted Williams up. Williams fouled him, and Fant took the bounce pass. 4 fouls on Marvin Williams, who has scored 4 points. So the 6'8 junior from Memphis departs with 4 fouls and 14:34 remaining in the second half. And Dox once again throws it into the baseline. Same place. Looking, throws it deep on the right to Jackson. Goes in a corner to Dox. They back off, penetrates, jump pass behind him to Trincy. Jackson now backs up on the red towel to Dox on the right side. 25 on the shot clock as he's trying to find Fant inside. Dox on the right wing. Amajoy's on him. Between the circles to Dickerson, left wing to Jackson. Jackson lobs it to accommodate the top of the key over to the right to Dox with 12 on the shot clock. Dox to the foul line. Wheels over to Dickerson, back inside to accommodate. Went around the defender Harvey, but missed the layup.
Boy, that was a fine move by Accommodate to get around his defender, but just didn't finish the job.
Capola gave it to Ongwa, who had to measure the sideline. He looked like a gymnast in the Summer Olympics, trying to stay on that, the bar, the parallel?
Yeah, the balance beam.
The balance beam. Here's Capola stopping in the paint to James. Oh, a no-look blind pass to Harvey. He was fouled in the shot. He missed it. Pulled down by Accommodate. Here comes Dox in the way with that left-handed dribble in the left wing. Crossing over down between the legs to Dickerson, top of the key. Dickerson got it back on the baseline to Accommodate for a cross-court to Jackson. The crowd thought he was shooting a shot at one point in time, and they almost fell over backwards in unison. It was a jump pass, not a shot.
And make sure the statistician knows that.
Here's Dickerson on the right, inside to Fant. The double team, ball back hook shot. Good! George Fant just moved past former Hilltopper guard and head coach Darren Horn. With 13:05 to go, it's 49-35, and now Fant is 36th all time in WKU scoring, and Keith Richard has just 1 timeout remaining. 13:05 to go, following a hook shot from George. Thought he was going to shoot it.
Well, my first thought was he was going to go just hammer dunk, but I thought, man, he's going to have to get some jets to get to the rim. But he lofted a pass to the opposite corner.
Capola has it to top of the key to Amajoy into the paint with Samaro, and Samaro fouled him. He goes up for the shot with 12:49 to go, second half. Samaro's, nope, it's on George Fant. That's his third, not Samaro. 3 on Fant. And here is Chinadu Amajoy from Rancho Cucamonga, California. That is over east of L.A., near the desert. in earthquake country. Amajoy's free throw is good. In fact, they have a minor league baseball team in Rancho Cucamonga, and they are called the Quakes. 49-39. Fant is out after his third foul. Aaron Adeoye is in. Amajoy rims that one out. That shot was as flat as stale beer and rolled out. The Toppers by 10. 12:44 to go, second half. 2-3 zone for the Warhawks. They played it since about the 11-minute mark of the first half. Docs on the right side to Jackson. Trying to get it inside to Amajoy. Out in between the circles to Docs. The dribble from right to left on the wing. Takes it in the middle to Jackson. Open the right wing to Harris. Has been very quiet tonight. Top of the key to Adeoye for a jumper. Missed it off to the right side. And up high for the rebound is Milan Brown. He's playing for the first time. 6'7" senior from Gunderson, Mississippi. Jayon James into the paint. Flips it crazily. It's batted away. Amajoy gets it to the left wing against Harris. He'll come baseline, and Harris fouls him off the dribble, and that's team foul 6.
Harris was off balance there, and as Amajoy went around him. Got
12 minutes, 10 seconds. That's my apologies, Al.
No, it's okay. See that forearm from Harris that he extended.
Adeoye wasn't in long after taking that jump shot and misfiring. He comes out quickly. Capola now has it at the inbounds pass way out front against Docs. TJ Price coming over to talk to Adeoye. James into the paint. And a long three on the left that's missed by Ongwai. And a long rebound pulled down by Fant. Now to Docs. Here comes the freshman from Michigan, the transfer from Butler. Behind him to Trincy Jackson. Jackson hooks a pass inside to Fant. It's fouled as it goes up on the right side of the rim. Nice look from Trincy Jackson.
Sure was. George Fant will get 2 when we come back out of the timeout. George is 1 of 2 at the line so far.
Now, your right shoulder, and he's been on our simulcast looking. He's had the cold applied to his skin, but not directly on his shoulder, but not directly to his skin. And that's our Heinz Pharmacy trainer tip as George Fant goes to the free throw line. Freezer cold pack should not be applied directly on the skin. Free throw's no good. They are colder than ice and can cause skin damage. Always place a layer of towel between the skin and the pack. A wet one conducts best. It's a Heinz Pharmacy trainer tip. Quick quality service at the 2 locations in Bowling Green. And Fant banged that one off the backboard from the free throw line. He hit the rim, then it went in.
Speaking of cold as ice, Hilltoppers 6 of 14 at the free throw line.
11-point advantage for WKU, 50-39. Capola to Ongwai for a 10-footer right of the lane. It rolls in.
Whew, shooter's touch there. Nice soft touch.
He's having quite the second half. ULM to within 9 at 50-41 with 11:28 to go. Here's Docs to the top of the key. Right side to Jackson. Right corner Harris. Harris back deep to Trincy. Cross court to left side to Docs. Capola's on him. To the top of the key. Couldn't get in. Right wing Jackson. Jackson with the left hand. Whistle. Foul inside. I believe Brown may have been pushing Fant from behind away from the ball. We'll see.
That's exactly what the call was. Brown's first.
16 foul, so not a shooting foul for Fant. Here is Harris on the right side, down in the corner to Docs. Docs now on the wing. And goes between the circles to Harris, left side Jackson. Into the paint. Throws up a prayer, not answered. Rebound Fant, back up. No, but a foul. That offensive rebound was the 14th for WKU, and ULM has 2.
Tops lead the Sun Belt in offensive rebounds. That's a good example of the work right there.
So Fant back to the line. He's made 2 and missed 2. Fant has 6 points, averaging 13. And it's good. He had a double-double against South Alabama a week from tonight in that loss. 17 points and 10 boards for Fant. His 4th double-double of his junior year and his 10th of his career. Jackson exits and Kate Dickerson returns. Fant's second free throw, perfect. They certainly had the touch on that trip. And the Hilltopper lead is at 52-41 with 10:58 to go. Harvey deep on the right. Open low was Brown. He'll lay it up and in. He got loose underneath. Someone missed an assignment. Brown with a wide open layup.
Samaro got lost on that screen at the top, I believe. That was his man that rolled to the basket for the easy 2.
Dickerson, right corner to Harris. Hilltoppers up by 9. Now to Harris deep on the right between the circles to Docs. Left side Dickerson. Goes cross court to Harris on the right. Out top to Docs. Fakes a long 3. Back in the corner for Harris. 3. Pass it up. Dribbles in closer. Cut off spinning. Bouncing little Fant up inside, no good but a foul. That was a nice, unselfish delivery on a bounce pass from Brandon Harris. And Fant will shoot 2 more.
Example of giving up a good shot for a better shot. Brandon Harris delivered a nice soft bounce pass to George at a height that he could handle. He got hammered when he turned and faced.
And Tyler Ongwai now has 4 fouls for ULM, the Warhawks' leading scorer, with 10:24 to go. They already have a Marvin Williams, a starter, on the bench with 4 fouls. They can ill afford to lose Ongwai. Fant shooting 2. He just made 2, and that one's off the back of the rim and off to the left and no good. Carl Kamene entering and leaving is Dayuta Samaro in his first start of his first year on the Hill. Ray felt like he wanted him to give him 15 minutes of good play. Well, he played 15 of the 20 minutes in the first half. And Fant knocks the paint off the iron again, and it rolled in. 53-43. Hilltoppers by 10. 10:20 to go, second half from Diddle Arena.
Samos played 21 minutes, 9 minutes more than he has all season.
Capola left to right, dribble to the right block, puts up an over Kamene, and it's in. Strong move off the dribble from Nick Capola, the Richmond, Virginia freshman. Halfway through the second half, WKU's lead at 8, 53-45. Dickerson takes the 3 right side, steps left, shoots a 3, swish! He faked Chinadu Amajoy out of his shoes, and then let Amajoy fly by him, and then stuck the 3-point jump shot. Hilltoppers by 11, 9:48 left, 56-45. Capola from 3-point range on the left wing, missed it. Dickerson with a rebound. ULM back defensively. Dickerson waits for some teammates, goes to Harris, back to Dickerson on the right. Cade leaves it in the corner to Dox. And the 5'11" guard backs it out to the top of the key. Works it around and right to Dickerson. Take the jumper. Way out to Dox. Back to Caden. Take the jumper again, coming baseline. Jump pass coming cross court. It was tipped and thrown away. Amajoy picked it up. Amajoy to the basket on Dox. Lays it up and in. 56-47. Amajoy with a layup, his 3rd point. 9:05 to go, second half. Warhawks stay in the 2-3 zone. Dickerson on the left wing to Dox out top. Dox right side, Harris in the right corner to Dickerson. Fake the jumper, steps back for a jumper. No good. Foul on rebound by Amajoy. Warhawks are running again. Amajoy to the lane on Harris, puts up the shot. Harris fouled him, and Amajoy will shoot 2.
The Toppers were up 17, and they're holding on to a tentative 9-point lead with 8:46 to go. And Amajoy shooting 2 free throws here for Monroe. This game far from being decided.
Amajoy shoots it at 75% from the free throw line, and that one's short and off to the left. He had a career high in their game on Thursday in Atlanta against Georgia State at 11. Georgia State tonight playing the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. Right now, the Hilltoppers have a game lead on 3rd place Louisiana in the loss column. And the last home game for the Hilltoppers this year will be against the Raging Cajuns. Amajoy missed 2 free throws. Hilltoppers with the rebound and is pulled down by Kamene. Here come the Hilltoppers and Harris and Dox out front against a 2-3 zone. They're trying to get Harris open in the right corner. He's there, but James cut off his jump shot. They bounce it loaded. Fant double team. Pass out the Dox, left side coming to Jackson. On the left baseline to Kamene, back to Jackson in the corner. 3-pointer is up and in. Quincy Jackson has hit 3 threes. 59-47, Hilltopper lead at 12. Second time in his first year at WKU, the Jacksons had a 3-3 game. 8 minutes to go, the lead at 12. Ongwai lobs it to Williams, who's back in with 4 fouls. They go into James in the paint, back to Capola. Now out top to Amajoy to Ongwai on the right side. He has 4 fouls. Moving left to right to the baseline. Up on a Carl Kamene, blocking foul. That would have been 5. It would have been a charge. Kamene with a foul. And we'll go to immediate timeout. And Ongwai will be shooting free throws when we return. 7:48 remaining. WKU by 12, 59-47. And you're watching and listening to
ULL is up 38-30 on Georgia State, just starting the second half.
Raging Cajuns are the hottest team in the league right now. They've won 6 in a row. At the free throw line is Tyler Ongwai. He is 4 of 5. He'll shoot 2. Hilltoppers up by 12, and that one rolls all the way around the rim and in. 13 second-half points for Ongwa. He has 18 in the contest. So the average is just under 17 a game. Takes his time, carefully considers, and he's perfect. WKU's lead at 10, 59-49. They race to an 18-1 lead. Here is that a 1-3-1 half-court press? McCray's out front on it. Here's Harris on the right wing. Pressure broken. Goes deep to Jackson between the circles. Left side to Docks. 1-3-1 or a 1-2-2. In the corner to Harris. That's his favorite spot. Missed it from 14 feet. Rebounded by Fan. Up high. Left side Docks. He'll fire a three. Down! Fan kept it alive with WKU's 15th offensive rebound.
It's a good kick out by George, too. Temptation there for the big guy is to go to work and try to get that thing in the hole. But he was covered up pretty well. Kicked it out to a wide open Harrison Docks.
Docks has 11. James wide open on the three-point line from the right. Missed it. He does not shoot threes well at all. And Harris rebounds for the Tops. Front court to Jackson. Hard to the hole. McCray. No good but a foul. Jackson, I think, attacking tonight more than in any game this year off the dribble.
And that's really an underused tool, I think, for the Hilltoppers, underused weapon. Jackson is very fast in transition, especially with the basketball. He's faster than a lot of people that are just running along beside him.
Ask UALR as they got Jackson the ball in the last 3 seconds of that game, and he hit the three-point shot to win it. He airballed the free throw. Shot it short. Trincy has 21, and that is a career high. The Texas Tech transfer, a little embarrassed. He's going to bend over at the waist and grab his shorts. He has nowhere to go right now. He'll practice his free throw stroke. Jackson looking for his 22nd point. Gets that one.
Still shaking his head at that first offering, which was an air ball.
WKU by 14 at 63-49. Here comes Capola, front court. The point guard has it on the right wing. I believe he's played every minute of this game as well. If he finishes with every minute, it'll be the sixth time, sixth game in a row he's played every minute. He has the ball on the right wing. Crouching with the dribble, trying to cross over. Docks knocked it away. Docks with the steal. Docks coming down against Harvey. He's into the paint. Wheels it over to the right side to Jackson. Out the Docks for a three. No! And it's knocked around, and Samaro tried to get it. Now Docks goes to the floor. Retrieved by Ongwai to Capola. Take the jumper from 7. Goes to the left corner for an Ongwai 3. Passed up. He comes in the lane for a flip shot. No good. A rebound. Harvey off his hands. Got it back. Throws it out front to McCray. Crazy play. ULM retains possession. And Keith Richard just used his last timeout.
6 minutes to go, and he burns the final one. That's kind of strange, but nonetheless.
Watching Keith coach over the years, as we have, I don't know that Greaves is now back in. Daniel Greaves for ULM with Williams and Ongwai. Williams and Ongwai playing with 4 fouls. We're going to miss our trips to Monroe. Last year that WKU was in the Sun Belt. ULM with really one of our favorite restaurants, and they also have the drive-through daiquiri bars there. We drive by them all the time. We don't partake thereof. Grease faked the 3 steps to his right for a 16-footer. That banged off the board. He went and got the rebound, though. Dickerson didn't block him off. And Grease goes out to McCray at the half-court line and hands it back to his point guard, Capola. Capola now over in the left wing. Jump pass to Grease out front. Fires it inside to Williams, posting up on Samaro, and he put it up and in. It is 63-51, and it's a 12-point WKU lead. ULM has never led. WKU scored the first 7 points of the game. 5:15 remaining. Docks works it to the right side to Harris. Back out the Docks in the red towel. ULM stays in a 2-3 zone. Docks to the key area for a 16-footer. No. And Williams got a hand on the ball and brings it down nicely. Here comes Capola across the timeline. 4:55 to go. ULM down 12. And Hilltoppers have played every minute in a man. He comes to the right baseline. He's under the bucket. Goes in the corner to Ongwai. Fallon jumper off the dribble is short. And here's Fan with the rebound. After a torrid second-half start, Ongwai now missing. And Ray Harper takes a timeout with 4:36 to go.
He'll have one left.
Richie Jackson will enter with 22 points, which is a career high for Trincy. And with Fortington at 7:30 on Saturday. And look at the schedule, brought to you by Indian Hills Country Club in Bowling Green. They want to be your country club. Harris to Jackson deep to the left. Jackson's picked up the scoring with T.J. Price out. Only played 5 minutes with a sore right shoulder. Harris has it out front with 10 on the shot clock. Harris dribbles it from right to left. Hooks the pass in the corner for a Jackson three. No. Ongwai with the foul line rebound. Warhawks running the other way. Here's Ongwai crossing over. Dumps it low to James. First shot inside, and he's fouled by Samaro. And it'll be 2 shots for Jayon James. 4:03 left. WKU by 12, 63-51. James has hit 4 of 7. James had 10 points in the first half and hasn't scored in the second. Ongwai only had 5 in the first, and he scored 12 in the second. And James is perfect on the free throw.
Toppers attempted 9 3-pointers in the first half, and they've already attempted 12 in this half. They hit 3 of them.
James short on that one. Williams had the rebound and kicked it out, and they're pointing as if the ball should go to ULM. That's not the case. It is a situation where Williams kicked the ball. The official pointed as if the ball should be going to ULM. He pointed the wrong way.
I think he was pointing to the baseline. That's where the ball will be thrown in from.
Williams fell to the ground and kicked the ball purposely back out. Here's Jackson front court against an extended zone. Now they're really uptight on the perimeter. Harris retreating with the dribble. Lobs it over the head of McCray to Jackson on the left on the wing. He jumps the pass cross court to an open. Harris, who didn't shoot, comes into the lane for a flipper and put it up and in. First 2 points for Harris in the game. You don't normally see him hit or shoot that runner.
That's true. That's a nice little soft runner that Harris got up over the shot blockers.
65-52, WKU by 13 points. DePola works it to the left wing against Dickerson. Gets out to the top of the key to James. Comes in late on Fant. Dumps it down low. Ball was knocked away, retrieved by Jackson in backcourt. And now Trenchy is fouled by Ongwai, who appears to be injured. Ongwai down, and he's fouled out of the game.
I think they banged knees.
Ooh. 3:13 left. Ongwai on his left hip in front of us. And let's hope he's okay. Hilltoppers up by 13. We'll take a timeout. We've reached our final media break of the game. WKU 65, ULM 52. And you're watching and listening. Bump knees at Trenchy Jackson. Ongwai appears to be okay. I mean, long term, he's hurting now. And he's fouled out of the game with 19 points. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Jackson attempting 2 free throws. His first one is good, and Jackson has 23 points. And the Hilltopper lead now is at 14 at 66-53. Make it 66-52, a 14-point margin. He shoots again. The lefty is perfect. 67-52. 24 for Trenchy Jackson. 3:10 remaining. A little backward pressure by Jackson on Capola. The Capola sliding as he comes across the timeline. Moves deep in left wing to Greaves. Low to Williams. Leading in Samara. Puts up a shot. No good. Over the iron. And George Fant has the Hilltopper rebound. That's Fant's 7th rebound. Fant grimacing as he walks front court. Harris now holds it out high. McCray comes out on him. And now ULM's in a man-to-man, Hal.
Coach Harper directing traffic from the bench.
2:41 remaining. Harris to Jackson. Faking left, coming right. Now he's on the left wing. Lobs it low to Fant against Williams. 4 fouls. They double. Out top to Jackson. Hands it off on the right side to Harris. In the right corner to Dickerson. Shot clock at 3. Shoots a jumper over Greavy. Airballed it over the rim. And it's a shot clock violation. Dickerson tonight, 2 out of 5 shooting. 2:23 remaining. ULM has it back, and they're down by 15. 67-52. WKU win the first matchup by 18 points. 69-51. McCray in backcourt against Jackson. Now to Capola. He's across the timeline against Harris. Bouncing it to the foul line to James. Left wing for a Greaves 3. Good. And he's fouled by Fant. George fouls him on a 3-point shot. Greaves hits it.
I'm not sure if they're going to give him 1 shot or a 1-and-1. Yeah, 1 shot. It was well after the shot. Greaves was 2 of 6 against the Hilltoppers in limited minutes in Monroe earlier.
Fan will leave after fouling on a 3-point shot. Greaves going for a 4-point play with 2:11 to play. It's 2 times now Fan has fouled on perimeter jump shots. He was in foul trouble early in the first half, and Greaves was able to hit that one. It's a 4-point play. His first 4 points of the game. 2:11 left. Dickerson in backcourt. Gives it into Harris. He's double teamed, swings away from the double team up the left sideline. Lobs it across the timeline to Trincy. Jackson to the hole with the right hand. Off the iron, no good, and a foul. Jackson will shoot 2 with 2 of 4 remaining.
Harvey, the only defender back, did not stop the ball. You'll see on the replay, he backed off, reached across, and got Jackson as he was doing so. Puts him at the free throw line.
2 for Jackson. The Hilltoppers up by 11, 67-56. Off to the left, no good. The Topper basketball brought to you by JBK Network Consulting. They offer a complete lineup of voice over IP, wireless indoor and outdoor, and digital signage for both information, entertainment, sales, and service. It's a company that started here in 1992 in Bowling Green. Now they work with companies across the United States. Jackson misses 2 foul shots. 2 minutes to go. ULM down by 11.
Toppers are 12 of 24 at the free throw line tonight.
The ball over in the left wing against Dickerson to the free throw line. He's in the paint for a hook shot. Down! He just dipped his left shoulder into the chest of Dickerson, and now the lead's at 9. Docks bouncing it back court to Jackson. Jackson back on the right side. The Docks coming front court. And he's wrapped up and fouled by James with 1:39 remaining. Docks, the Hilltoppers' best free throw shooter at 88%. Hasn't tried one here tonight. Fourth among freshmen in free throw shooting percentage at 88%. He's made 26 of his last 28. The Toppers on the road at Texas, and then they will play their last home game on Thursday, a week from this coming Thursday, against the Raging Cajuns, who were leading Georgia State at halftime in Atlanta. And they've won 6 in a row as Docks hits a free throw, and the Hilltoppers are up by 10, 68-58. Doc shooting for an 11-point lead. Perfect. 69-58 Hilltoppers. 1:39 remaining. Nick Capola walks it across the timeline against Docks' man-to-man. Works it to the top of the key. Shoots a 3 off the dribble. Airballed it. Rebounded underneath. Maybe it ticked the rim. And Accommodate picks it up now. The Docks with 1:22 to go. They come to double team Docks. He's bumped by Capola, and he's out of bounds. And Ray Harper grabbed the ball from Docks' hands, went over to the official, and he's very upset. He thought he was pushed out of bounds and not forced.
Ray's been very upset at that same official all night long.
We'll watch it on our replay on our simulcast. And yeah, I don't know. He didn't reach at all.
No, just a lot of body checking.
Capola on the left wing to McCray. McCray to the top of the key with 1:12 to go to Greaves. Now back to Capola against Docks. He's on the left side. In the paint to James for a wide open layup. It's about 3 that James has had uncontested. 1 minute to go. The Hilltopper lead at 9, and a foul backward on James. And Docks to shoot free throws on the other end. Our final minute brought to you by Minute Mart, for everyone living life on the go.
Topper's doing a good job of getting the ball in the hands of the best free throw shooter, which is Chris Harrison Docks.
Docks has 13. He scored 10 or more just once in his last 5 games. Make it 2 now with 2 in his last 6 as he is in double figures this evening and hits the free throw. He has 14 points. 14 from Docks, 24 from Trincy Jackson. Shoots again, down. He hits a pair, and it's 71-60 with 1 minute to go. You can open up the doors and let the ushers in. This show is over. Jackson, the backcourt seal at pressure. To Dickerson on the right wing. He retreats with a dribble down to Docks over the left side. This will be the Hilltoppers' 18th win. They'll be 18-9. Pass comes in a corner to Fant. They foul him with 43 seconds to play. And they'll travel to San Marcos, Texas for the first time ever in basketball. They'll go to Arlington, Texas to take on UT Arlington. And I don't believe they've ever played UT Arlington either in Texas. points. They played them here once, and Fant was very short on the free throw. It will be their first trip to Arlington as well. Fant has 9 points. Misses that one long. His 9th point, he moved past Mike Prince. He's now 35th all-time in scoring. Mike Prince had a son who played at Texas Tech for Bob Knight. Here's McCray. Left side for a 3 by Amajoy. Perfect with 30 seconds to go. It's 71-63. Here's Jackson, fouled in backcourt with 28 seconds left. Jackson missed his last 2 free throws. He is having a miserable night shooting free throws. He has made 5 and missed 5. And he has 2 more with 24 points and 28 seconds remaining. It bangs out. Fant missed 2 in a row. Jackson's missed 3 in a row. And Ray starting to pace again.
Between Jackson and Fant, they're 10 of 22 at the free throw line. He hits that one.
Richie now has 25 points. WKU by 9, 72-63. McCray across the timeline with 20 seconds remaining. Hands it off to Jayon James against Fant. He's over to right wing for a Greaves 3. Falling out of bounds. Missed the 3. Jackson with the rebound. 12 seconds remaining. Trichy coming front court. They'll back off. He'll dribble out the clock, and WKU will pick up their 10th league win in 14 games. It is a Hilltopper victory tonight at Diddle Arena. WKU 72 and ULM 63.
Well, good win by the Hilltoppers. Again, after that fast start, up 18-1 at one point in the first half. And